What's going on, people? Jay the Black here, back with another video. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about Chris Webber, the now retired NBA broadcaster, a man who's been married since the year after he retired, 2009. He retired in 2008, and he got married in 2009 to his now wife. Okay. I want to talk about him being put on blast by not the side chick herself, but the best friend of the side chick. Have y'all heard anything like this before? I think there was maybe one other instance where a best friend came out and blasted a guy on the behalf of the friend, when the friend can speak for herself. I mean, this friend is dealing with a married man. But in this situation, the bestie is doing this. Now, according to a website called Sports Gossip, so the former NBA player and current NBA analyst broadcaster Chris Webber has been put on blast by the best friend of his alleged side chick. In a now deleted post, the best friend shared a picture of the married Webber with his alleged side chick, which you will see in this video. Look much younger than his wife. I will say that. The post put Webber on blast for allegedly getting her pregnant and sticking around just long enough to make sure she didn't have it. So basically, she had an abortion. And the best friend is mad about it, but not the female herself. Now, I don't get that. I don't get how you're upset on the behalf of somebody else. And let me just say this though. These friends, quote unquote, who are constantly trying to defend their bestie, they're usually the ones who are in dysfunctional relationships themselves. Okay? They are usually the ones who get cheated on or in an abusive situation, but they will defend being in that relationship against their own friends. But when it comes to their friends, they're constantly wanting to put dudes on blast, tell the female she should leave the guy that she is with. They're constantly being judgmental about their own situations. And that's the situation in this case, okay? Now, she deleted the post, okay? But, of course, somebody screenshotted it. And they blurred out her name, but I'm pretty sure y'all know about it by the time this video is posted, or maybe a little afterwards. She said, "This guy deserves to be put on blast. He is a horrible liar who played my best friend so badly. I'm pissed. She's a good girl, not saying a word. She's still protecting him." Wait a minute. If she was a good girl, she would not be engaging in a relationship with a man who is clearly married. Okay, he has photos of him and his wife out there. They just had children recently. Okay? So, how is she a good girl, but you are the side piece? You know this man is married. You know he's not single. So, all that she's a good girl, I don't believe that. Any woman who gets with a man who is publicly married, all this girl has to do is Google him, and it says he's married. Look up photos of him and his wife and children. You will know that this man is taken. So there's nothing good about your friend. Your friend, you're basically your friend's attack dog, because she doesn't want to go out there and be petty, because she still cares about Chris. She's still hoping that Chris one day leaves his wife to be with her. That's what a lot of these side chicks believe. A lot of these side chicks believe that a lot of these guys are going to leave their wives for them. And that is wishful thinking, because these dudes are never going to leave their wife. They're really not. Why would they leave their wife? You're giving them everything they want without them having to give you a commitment. And I think women need to understand that these guys are giving you hardly anything, and you're giving them everything. You're giving them loyalty, you're trusting them, and you're willing to be a side piece. She shared this pic with me he took of them happy in love, and I'm breaking her trust because what he did to her was so messed up. I can't stand him getting away with it anymore. He worked hard to get her trust. I think he just wanted to make sure she didn't stay pregnant. He is not who he plays on TV. Well, let me just say this about Chris Webber. Chris Webber has always been known as a standoffish guy. Chris Webber isn't known as, a good guy. He's known as a cool person, I don't think there's people that have a bad word to say about him, but Chris does his own thing. I mean, this guy was beefing with Jalen Rose over the Fab Four documentary that they did on ESPN. Chris Webber is basically a lone wolf. He's known for being a part of the Fab Five. He's known for, being part of that group or whatnot. But he's always been his own guy. Even in the Fab Four, the Fab Five. When you look at the documentary and you look at some of the things that went on during that time period, Chris was a bit of an outsider. And he's carried himself as that. He's always been a lone wolf. He just does things. He just does what he wants. Not what he wants to do. He just does his own thing. So Chris is one of those people who his personality doesn't mesh with a lot of people, because Chris is one of those people that's going to tell you how he feels. He's one of those type of guys. Let's see. So with her saying that he's portraying an image, I think Chris is who Chris is. I don't think he's trying to be like anybody else. Chris has his own set of principles, things that he does. Do I agree with them having a side piece? No. But if she chose to have an abortion, that was her choice. Okay? That was her choice. Do you want her to bring a child into the world that is going to be in a broken home, that is going to be with a father who didn't want it? I'm not a fan of aborting. I'm a fan of pulling out, having a good pull-out game, and being able to wear protection, or some of you females who are side pieces and you're having unprotected sex, use contraceptives. Don't put yourself in a position, to where you get pregnant. Because she could have easily told him to strap up or you're not sleeping with him. But because she really wanted to be with him, she was willing to be in a situation where, she ends up getting pregnant. But you got this pit bull, aka her best friend, that wants to go off and try to put Chris Webber on blast, and it just doesn't make sense. Why are you putting this guy on blast for what your friend chose to be a part of? Your friend chose to sleep with this married man unprotected, get pregnant, and abort the child. She didn't have to do that. But I guess Chris was such a smooth talker, he was able to get her to do that. Some of these guys are very smooth talkers, man. They're able to get women to compromise themselves, to have unprotected sex, okay? To plan babies, and then the guy ends up saying, you know what, I don't think I want to be a dad right now. Or a father to one of your children. Women be giving these dudes power, man. And what women shouldn't do is put themselves in a position to where you're giving those men power. Because in this situation, I think that the best friend basically cried on her best friend's shoulders, and her best friend went on the attack in defense of her bestie. So I want people to understand, man, especially Chris, stop having side pieces and having unprotected sex with them. That's not going to end well. You dodged one in this situation, and that is why the best friend is out trying to put you on blast. Because she feels like in some way you should be punished for, being with a woman who's already in being a man who's in a marriage, but being with a woman outside of that, and basically promising her things and never going to actually fulfill those. I don't know why this particular female thought that anything more was going to come out of that situation. I honestly think that the best friend was jealous that no former athlete or current athlete is checking for her, and maybe she was hoping to go viral to get some attention, but it didn't work out the way that she thought it would. So now she's trying to put him on blast, and she's trying to put up posts and delete them, but somebody was able to screenshot this post and put it out there. Okay? So you gotta be careful what you put out there, because people will repost it, especially when it has something to do with one of these athletes, because they will definitely try to make you look bad for the decision that you made. So y'all let me know in the comment section below what you think, and make sure you like this video too.